Good morning. Good morning. How are we? Monday, as they say. Here we are. A new week, entering the last of January 2022. So if there are intentions and different things that you may have had, well, it's not too late. So review your life often. Review your goals often. Review your ideal, your dream often. And that's what this service is really for, those who feel there's something more inside of themselves, and to help inspire and to be a testament to success, to transformation for good. I've come to know that there's a lot of great powers inside of ourselves. And I'm really inspired by potential. I'm really inspired by what I can do. I'm really inspired what others can do. I'm really inspired about all of the good that we can really do. And I like to hear about good things. I like to talk about good things. I think this is important, and that this is how I want to develop myself and how I place myself in the world, in life. And there are a lot of things that I've come to really understand and really be able to get a good feel for. This is what is really necessary. And so I help others think and feel for themselves. This is very important, to really shine as an individual, shine as your own blueprint, as your own star, as your own, as you are one of a kind in the infinite possibilities, in the infinite universe. You are one of a kind. I am one of a kind. And so we are brands all in ourselves, where nobody else can do us like we can do us, like we can do ourselves. And that's a beautiful thing. So a big part is being able to wake up and be able to raise our consciousness. And so this daily service is healing. It's really being able to sit inside yourself. We're just taking some time to get to know ourselves. And we're going to be getting into the online temple and creating some space for us to sit and teaching meditation. This is going to be very beautiful. This has helped me tremendously in my life to really break through a lot of things, and not only just relieve the symptoms per se, but to get a good grasp upon the understanding and get a good grasp on feeling that it's really taken care of and it's recycled in a good way, that it's transformed, because that's what life is about. Life continually renews itself. So life is fresh. Life is new. Life is always transforming. It's always flowing, as they say. So be like water. And that's what we teach here. And to be able to teach meditation is very important. To be able to teach how to manage one's mind and direct that light in a very loving way. So Monday, January 24th, 2022. that is the date that we have agreed upon for this moment and sequence of moments in this day to be. So, um, being is how we be ourselves. And that's our job in this world. I've set off on my own journeys to be able to find myself. And I've felt things my whole life. So being able to put the pieces together is something that everyone will be able to do at one point in time. And to know that and to help ease the mind of worries and anxieties. So we're getting into different classes for that, some calls for that, sessions and healings and everything. Finishing up getting the payment processing systems all in place and scheduling. So that's taken care of and it's streamlined in a way so it's not taking up too much time or anything. And we're able to communicate and get things done and move forward in life. Because that's a huge theme that we're going to be talking about here is making sure that you're not stuck in life. Um, my my job is to be a testament and to really move forward in life. So it's not about where you are and putting yourself down anymore, right? Because we become our own worst enemy because there's really no such thing as an enemy. And so we limit ourselves when we become the critic and we start to criticize others, which is ultimately just criticizing ourselves. And to really just face what we are in the moment and to be able to receive that feedback without judgment so that we can make the necessary adjustments. And I've developed my mind a lot throughout the years. So I really feel that I have a good solid foundation to be able to show transformation. And I mean, I have been transforming a lot, um, but people say things and we can take that with a grain of salt and be able to see how we can use that, how that can be useful, how that can be used as feedback or whatnot. So, but as well too, ultimately, it's what we believe inside that truly matters. And in the path of success, you're going to encounter a lot of people. So those are some things to take note of. And that's where I hope that you do get a journal, that you do start to get some notebooks and start to create your own private library. This is what has helped me tremendously, something that I've always been guided towards. And it's a big blessing. And it's a big blessing to develop yourself intellectually and to develop yourself as a person, as an individual, and to really start to see your thoughts on paper and to get a good view of that and also have a records and have documents so that you can review, because reviewing is kind of the today's topic, today's theme concept, and it's very, very important. And I'm going to be sharing a lot of things that can help a lot of people. So being able to just go through this and see what happens and being able to implement some of these things and getting a journal, getting a notebook, and being able to start to have a daily journal, a daily notebook. And it's important to label these notebooks in their purpose and whatever they're used. Um, Organization is very important. So being able to learn proper organization in some ways so that they are together and not just all random, that's going to help a lot. And to create your own volumes and whatnot, this is a huge thing. Um, so it's a way to see feedback and that feedback loop really helps us learn and adapt. And as we can continue, give it a try and practice and put ourselves out there and learn from it, and put ourselves out there and learn from it and understand, I can be whoever I want to be. So if there are things that I want to change about myself, I can change those. As I change them inside myself, they will change outside myself. And we could be going through some different exercises to be able to help bring peace to ourselves, bring healing to ourselves, really journey inside ourselves and bring the pieces together and realize that we are whole as we've always been whole. And getting into living rich without going broke, without going poor. A lot that fulfills us, a lot of our value is our gifts in life. And with meditation, it's very powerful because it helps you unveil that gift inside of you through peeling and revealing. You will see it and it will shine, it will take you places, and it will bring you abundance, it will bring you wealth, it will bring you health, it will bring you friends, it will bring you everything that you could ever want. That's something that's inside. That's something that we've all been born with. So it's not necessarily dependent on us going around in the world and finding that from others. We can receive guidance from others. That's what we're here for. We're here to help each other. So, yes, there is a part of that. And making sure that we have balance in everything that we do, that there's harmony. So silence is part of that harmony. It's very cleansing. It's very healing. And that's what we're going to be guiding into as well too. My training started off with sitting in silence for an hour every night. That's a very, very beautiful thing, to be able to take that time every single day and to just sit and to just let go and not need to have to do anything. Just realize, okay, I set my timer, and that's my timer where I'm just going to do nothing. I just get to do absolutely nothing. All I get to do is just pay attention to my breathing and just let everything go. Just breathe through it. You can start releasing a lot of things very quickly. So, healing is a beautiful, beautiful thing that we all have that inside of us. Our body heals miraculously by itself. And so being able to do our best so that it's in homeostasis, as we say, is very powerful. That's something that we're looking to do because we have that ability. And a lot of times we kind of get in our own way with our mental thoughts and our mental arguments and conflicts inside of ourselves. So as we're building peace, we're bringing agreement inside of ourselves. We're bringing agreement inside of this moment. There's a practicing contentment that is within the meditation. And that's a big part of really developing that contentment, for the moment, for being in the moment. It's not to say that you're going to be the same. It's not to say that the moment's not going to be the same. It's not going to linger on. But to just fully immerse yourself in that while you are in that. And completely let go. And so that can be with different things. We'll just say, okay, enjoying a glass of water, enjoying a cup of tea, enjoying just this moment, with no need to drink anything, with no need to eat anything. It'll be fine. Just enjoy this moment. There's no need to think about the day. The day's going to happen. So just be in this moment. Just be in this show. This waking up show. And just breathe. And just smile to yourself. And just be able to tell yourself that I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. And just be able to take some moments before you start off your day to be able to start to implement a meditation practice where you have your own space and you're able to sit and wake up. So sometimes it does help to wake up sometime early so that you just give yourself some time in some light and sit up and to just be able to sit for a little bit and to start to wake up the body, adjust the mind, and to really center yourself. Just allow things to settle. And then things become clear. And you can see as you always can. So we get into a lot of the meditation on the meditation retreats on the weekend here. We're seeing what we can do with that. We're building the online temple this week. Wednesday, I'm looking to get the course done by. And today, I'm looking to get the payment processing, the services, and start to be able to start to get the products on there as well too, so that we have a lot of products that we're going to be able to help a lot of people. And we're building the dream team. We're building it all. It's just coming together. It's uniting and being able to listen and follow that light inside. There's a light inside of you. There's a light inside of me. There's an answer inside of you. There's an answer inside of me. So I'm of great help. I'm of great benefit. I'm somebody that can really help a lot when you work with. So I offer consultations and getting the different information on the healings that are available that can really benefit some of the blessings and whatnot. So we're getting the courses and the books and all that beautiful products out as well too. Also starting to get candles out there and teaching candles, teaching how to live rich without growing poor, without being broke. There's differences, and really getting to learn on how to take care of our emotions, because that's a big part of it, is starting to really take care of ourselves, start to grow up and start to take care of ourselves, take care of our emotions, and live more in harmony where our life is not such a roller coaster. So a biggest thing with that is being able to identify when somebody is suffering, when somebody is not living their ideal life. And it's not to put down in any way. And I understand that you may have to watch out with who to speak that about. And the reality is that you don't really necessarily need to speak any other person to it. It's building that relationship inside yourself. So I'm here helping, and I'm not here to tell others what to believe in, what to think and feel. I'm here to help you find that more inside of yourself, to be able to really help you build that connection and that relationship with that inside of yourself. That's what I've had to learn through my journey, is I've had a lot of deep spiritual thirst and yearning, and I had to go find that in different ways. And I instinctively kind of knew that was something that I have to find inside of myself. Is it, I've been feeling things my whole life, so I can kind of feel when it's authentic and not from others. And that's very important as we learn our own guidance system within. So that's why meditation is very important, to be able to help create that space that you have, so you can feel more safe inside yourself. So you can feel more calm inside yourself. And you don't have to experience such highs and lows in ways. There's a lot of different experiences where one could feel a lot of different things that we've labeled now as anxiety, stress, and we're looking into those as a spiritual thing, as an energy thing. And so we're looking at it as energy. And that's what I'm able to do, is help with that perspective. There's balance and there's harmony to everything. So I'm not here to replace any medical advice in any way. I'm offering spiritual advice. I'm not claiming to cure anything in any way. I'm offering spiritual advice, as I've been on a very spiritual journey. So I teach how to live a holy life. This is what I have been seeking my whole life. And I have gone through a lot of my own conflicts and my own battles inside myself, with feelings of shame, with feelings of guilt. What is right? What is wrong? How does one behave in the world? Sometimes people tell us how to behave, and how much do we listen to that? How much do we just allow ourselves to be ourselves? There is a part of respecting others, of respecting yourself, and to allow yourself to be yourself and to allow others to be themselves. Though without causing harm, right? Because if we're truly being ourselves, we're not really causing harm, are we? Because there's a lot that could go wrong, but it's not going wrong. It's beautiful. It's like, you know, being alive, being healthy, being free to be able to think and to feel however you want. How everything is, not everything, but it's like a lot of things, they go on schedule and they happen. We had some snow this morning, so I had to drive slow, but I got here. And that's okay. That's beautiful. I got here safely. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. And there's some fluff going around. So we'll see. But it doesn't have to stop me from doing what I need to do today to take a step forward today. Because that's what we're here to do. Is we're here to identify that true step for us to take today. That's why we review. That's why we have our journal. That's why we have our notebook. And so we're getting a good view of our thoughts, of what's running through us. And we're looking at our goals. We're looking at our targets so that we can get excited about them, so we can give thanks, and we can start to progressively realize it is done, realize that we can do it, realize that it is possible, and start to move towards that belief inside of ourselves, and to also think more outside of the box of the concept of ourselves, of self, and to think in helping others in different ways. And building our communication is a big stepping stone for us to be able to really get in touch with our emotions and to really gain clarity on what it is that we feel to communicate, or what it is that we're trying to communicate, rather than acting like Helen Keller, blind and deaf, and having to have the biggest struggle to just try to communicate. So how do we open our eyes? How do we get a better sense of really what's going on inside of ourselves? How do we expand our vocabulary, develop our intelligence? We have our notebook. We have our journals, our daily journal. So we're writing down how we feel every single day. We're gaining insight into our emotions in the roller coaster. Okay, so at first, as we're just gaining awareness of this roller coaster. So how can we kind of map it? So we got our emotions and we review our weeks. We kind of see where our emotions have been during that week. And we can see, okay, during that month, how have my emotions been during that month? And what am I doing every single day to be able to help me feel better inside, to help me feel more at peace, to help me feel more clarity in the direction of my life and where I'm going, what I'm doing with my hands, what I'm doing with my time, what I'm doing with my money, with my resources. Is this all aligned to my core message, to my core brand of myself, and how I'm trying to be of service to the world? because this is where the fulfillment comes in. This is how one truly becomes satisfied in the world. It's not about possessions. It's not about things. We're not taking that with us. We're taking the memories. We're taking the encounters. We're taking the relationships and how we've taken care of the relationships with plants, the relationships with everything. Because everything in our life is there for a reason. But to begin to really understand that, we have to bring light to the unconscious. We have to step into the unknown. And so there's a part of letting go. There's a part of trusting inside of yourself. So today, as they say, is Monday. And we're looking for a very beautiful, beautiful week. We're looking to build this show, this service every single day. And we're taking it one step at a time. It's a lot of value inside as you sit with me and you wake up with me. It's very, very beautiful to just learn on how to breathe and to just learn that it is okay. Because there can be a lot of talk and there can be a lot of discussion. But we can get lost in talk and we can get lost in discussion. So it's important to go back to the breath. That's what I teach as a meditation teacher, as a spiritual teacher, as an energy healer. I help with identifying and bringing more awareness to what's going on inside so that one can bring forth the necessary steps to bring forth healing, to bring forth homeostasis, to bring forth peace and agreement inside oneself, to be able to work with life, work with the universe, because the universe is here to work with you, whatever you want to call it. And it's about building that sense inside of you. So I offer consultations, I offer healings, getting the email service up. So there's going to be a lot of different ways that one can receive and be able to be guided properly. That's what's really, really helped me. There is a part of the teacher-student relationship. And it's a deeper understanding of how we build that relationship with life, with the universe, with God, Allah, Ilah, whatever somebody may call it. It is it, in essence. And so, at one point, we have to go back to source. We have to really get to know it ourselves and get to know ourselves so that we can be ourselves in this world. And we can hone, develop our gifts and share our gifts with the world. With our true joy, our true passion, our true love. And so there are a lot of things that we are going to get into with personal finance and taking care of one's money, because there's also maybe a lot of emotions with money. And as I'm working on mine, I'm sharing things that I've learned that have helped me to be able to take care of business and not to get too emotional about things, and to understand that you can learn. And so we need to get in that right state. And that's what we're doing with this show. Morning with Self, Waking Up with Master Shane, is that we want to start to get into a good state. And with the course, that helps with basic foundation, with basic training, and to be able to understand that the problem is not necessarily the problem in which we think. So continually talking about the problem isn't necessarily the solution. And maybe we already have the evidence, maybe we already have the facts that that is so, that that is true, that, okay, there's something else that needs to be done here. And what I teach and what I help to see is that if there is a problem, if there is an issue, well, it's a lot of times it could be our own stubbornness, and it could be our own unwillingness to expand our consciousness and to get in a different state in which we can see the solution. Because with every so-called problem, there's a solution. You can't have one without the other in the world of duality. And so it's just a matter of us to be able to perceive it, if that is what has been created. And a lot of times we're creating a lot of things in life that we don't know, because we're here learning about our life and learning how to properly guide it. So it's very important for us to be able to look into our life and to be able to identify if there is suffering, if there is misery, if there is turmoil, if there are these different things, so that we can change these, so that we can transform these in our lives. We can transform that into gold, into very valuable things, into life lessons that can enrich us and to help us live more in the moment, to be able to engage, to be able to connect more with people, to be able to accept others, to be able to accept ourselves more. That's what this healing journey is all about. As we expand our consciousness, as we expand ourselves, we can fully engage with the people around us. And we don't necessarily hold on to the people around us as well too, and understanding that we encounter a lot of people throughout our lives. And our job is to be able to see the light in everybody as we discover that light inside of ourselves. Monday night meditation class here at the Wellness Center, getting other calls and other online meditations in place, creating some guided meditations, but primarily that's with the basic training of the course. So looking to get that done by Wednesday. The course done, and then there we have basic training, working on building the practitioner letters. I feel that's going to be a great way for us to be able to communicate and to be able to share enriching stories. That's where I want to be able to share some testimonies as we start to build and start to receive. So getting the course out for basic training. And that can act as stepping stone as well too. If you're off on the fence about getting a consultation or getting an assessment or doing healing personal work with me, or getting into building the life coaching and the mentorship, because it's been a very important part of my life, and I've always received mentorship in a lot of different ways throughout my years. And I've had some very special coaching. So for me, that's what it's all about. That's what's really transformational, is to really have that inside of your life. So there are some options that I'm getting out there that I have created inside of myself of coaching of a 3-week process of touching base every single day that there's going to be activations, and these are different things that we're getting into. It's going to really help to move somebody forward who's ready to move quickly, because I'm moving very quickly, faster than the speed of light. Why not? Anything's possible. Who's to say what's not? We either think we can or we think we cannot in our own right, in our own mind. So that's what we're talking about here, getting in the right mindset, getting in the right state of consciousness so that we can do things. So we're getting in the can-do attitude. We're talking about attitude. We're talking about how we think. We're talking about how we feel so that we can create heaven on earth here. Because we have the opportunity. This is a great golden age. This is an age of enlightenment. This is the greatest renaissance that we've ever known in our history books that we have. So let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. Let's rejoice in our opportunities. Let's rejoice in our blessings, in what has already been sacrificed and given to us. And let's rejoice in what we're able and capable of contributing and sacrificing ourselves, because everything is here for us to take that step forward. So what's your step forward? Today, my step forward is getting that course done, finishing up the payment processing and everything on the website, so that the processing, so that the services and the products can be utilized instantly, and getting the ebooks out there, getting the products, getting the candles. There's a lot of other products that I've been blessed to be able to be introduced to, and that can help a lot. And getting into cooking, I really enjoy cooking and really getting into soul food, really cooking with the soul, the spirit, and getting into a lot of transformational eating and different things where we're getting into the essence of everything and how we can really work with that to create better change inside of ourselves. And so it's a beautiful thing. I'm here for everybody. My name is Master Shane. We're here, Morning Self, waking up with Master Shane. And so I'll see you tomorrow here on the show. And thank you for watching. Contact me, reach out, Shane at mastershane.com. Also support at healingholisticbeing.com, building the online temple. So come check it out. And I hope you feel well inside yourself. And I hope this has found you in a better place inside, and have helped you along your healing journey as it's helped me along my healing journey. So I hope to see you on the next show. Take care. Many blessings.